I've got it recording, so get over here. Let's see if we can do this in one take.
Hi, this is Brett Ridgway, and I'm here with
Brian Hay.
from Info Marketing Training. And imagine this: you're an author or an information marketer, and somebody comes and visits your website, but for whatever reason they don't buy from you at that time.
Say that never happens.
Oh, come on, it happens all the time, believe me. So the question is, what do you do? So imagine that once they've come to your site, that they start then seeing you everywhere they go around the internet. Now, maybe it sounds a little spooky to some, but it's a reality, and it's a powerful branding tool, and it's called
Remarketing.
So what is remarketing exactly, Brian?
Well, it's exactly what you said. It is where, when somebody visits your website, they get cookied or marked in some way. And sometimes it's via cookie. Don't worry about the technology behind it. But they somehow get marked that they've been to your website. And now when they start traveling around the internet, or when they start viewing stuff on Facebook or wherever they're going, they start seeing your ads playing for them. So that could be that you went and looked at a pair of shoes to buy on Amazon. Amazon uses this a ton. Or on Zappos or someplace. And now every place else you start going, you start seeing that same pair of shoes following you around. Well, you can do that with your products, to where you can suddenly have your book following them around, or you can have your product, or whatever it may be. And what we're going to do on
Thursday, April 21st.
See, we got that down. Thursday, April 21st. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. we're going to be doing Eastern. We're going to be doing a marketing intensive on how to do remarketing. Now, there's a lot of things you really need to learn about remarketing. First of all, there's a ton of different services that offer remarketing, from Facebook to Google to Twitter to AdRoll to lots of others. We're going to talk about the different services, and we're going to talk about which ones we really recommend that give you the best value. And can really expand your reach quite a bit. And I have a difference of opinion than a lot of people out there on this because of...
Really?
Well, because of some experiences that I've had doing this remarketing. But we're also going to be talking about the proper way to do remarketing. And for instance, that famous example of the shoe following you around is not exactly the best way to do remarketing, because two problems with that. First of all, if I bought that pair of shoes, they've set up the remarketing where it still follows me and it annoys the daylight out of me, because I already bought it. So you don't want to do that with your remarketing. We'll show you how you can turn that off. But then also, if I just see the exact same ad all the time, then you almost become blind to the ad, because, well, I've seen that shoe 20 different times. So you really need to be alternating what that ad is, both the image as well as what text or offer you're having on it. And so we're going to show you how to do that. So we're going to talk about ad creation. We're going to talk about how you can do ad creation very inexpensively, which is important because you really need to create a lot of ads. I mean, I typically recommend that you're going to have anywhere from 5 to 10 different ads of all the different sizes that there are for every product that you want to promote. And that's a lot of ads when you think about it. And so we're going to talk about how you can very inexpensively get these ads made. We're going to talk about what needs to go into each ad. You know, what is the actual structure of your ad. Whether it be what images you need to have on there, call to actions. Rotating text is a very popular approach with ads, and we're going to talk about the right way to do rotating text, and that is where it has a piece of text, flashes to a different piece of text, flashes to a different piece of text. We'll talk to you about the proper way to do that, because if you don't do it correctly, a lot of these services might actually deny your ad and not allow it to be displayed.
Not a good thing.
No, not a good thing. We're going to talk about when you need to be getting these ads developed and putting them into your campaigns, because if you have a special launch coming up, say, I don't know, on April 21st like we do, and we don't try and get ads released for this until that week, well, chances are they won't get approved, and we won't even be able to use them to even promote our product. So you really have to be thinking several weeks, sometimes months ahead on your different campaigns. And we're going to talk to you about how you can do that. We're going to talk to you about how you can actually manage your budgets, and it's a lot less expensive than you might think to do remarketing what I consider the proper way. So we're going to talk to you about that, how you can, on a very inexpensive budget, get actually your ads being shown all over the place all the time. And the beautiful thing about the way I like to do it is you only pay when somebody clicks on your ad. And so that's what I'm going to be recommending, obviously.
Now, Brian, there are people that say it takes anywhere from 12 to 16 impressions for somebody to finally be real comfortable with you, build that know, like, and trust, and then they maybe will buy your product. So it sounds to me like remarketing is a powerful tool to do that continual branding, to build up those impressions, to bring them closer to buying from you.
You're exactly right. And the beautiful thing about remarketing is, A, it's inexpensive to do when you set it up properly, but B, it gets you all those impressions. And this way, if they come to your website and they aren't interested in buying, or they get distracted, their kid throws a fit or whatever, and they don't end up buying right away, now your ads are following them, so that in a couple days later, maybe they're in a different frame of mind, maybe they're ready to buy finally, boom, your ad's right there, they click on it, they can go take care of it. Maybe it's even a month later, whatever you decide when you set up your campaign. And so we're going to talk to you about what are the proper ways to do that. But then there's another way that you can use remarketing, which is pretty clever. You can actually use it for people who've already bought your product. So you can actually use it, A, to sell future products, or you can also use it to help them consume the product you have. So if you have a monthly continuity program, you may want to use remarketing to where you're actually advertising the content that you have being released later that month. And let me tell you, that'll be really slick. If suddenly they're traveling around and they see, wow, this Tuesday I'm going to have such and such speaking on my seminar, they're going to think, how the heck did they do that? And they don't even have to click on the ad to be seeing these, and they'll be reminded about things. So a lot of people don't think about remarketing from a continuity perspective and also from a stick strategy, but I actually think it could be a very powerful one. So we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about how you manage your ads, how you can easily get in each day, look at your ads, how they're performing, adjust out, test different ones, because it's all about testing. And that's the other beautiful thing about remarketing is by creating all these different ads, you can suddenly start seeing, well, which ad copy is working best. And that can even help you adjust your main sales page and focusing on different headlines, different benefits, different things that you may want to target there.
So the bottom line is remarketing is a very powerful tactic that you can employ to help increase your sales, build your brand awareness, and get people to keep coming back to your site to hopefully become a client, a reader, whatever, a subscriber, whatever it may be. So again, Thursday, April 21st, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with maybe a slight break for lunch in there. And you can join us to learn the ins and outs, the ups and downs of remarketing. Just click on the click here to enroll button below, and for just $197 you can join us and learn all about remarketing. Again, Thursday, April 21st.
Well, and I want to remind you though, we have a replay, so
sure, if you can't join us live,
yeah, you'll have access to this for your lifetime. So if you can't join us live, you can watch the video later. No worries, there's no extra charge for that or anything like that. So.
Right, so go ahead, click on the click here to enroll button down below, get signed up, and we will see you on April 21st.
I think we're pretty good.
I think it'll work.